Before we get into the video, I need you guys to do me one favour. Get this video to at least 200 likes. Now your mum is supposed to be your biggest supporter, the one that's in your corner against all odds. So you can imagine that the whole family will be disconnected, distraught when you have a son that dedicates their life to join the army and that son loses their life, but then they make sure that there's a payout to give to your loved ones, but then that money is squandered. Mum Kathryn Walker had lost her son, Richard Walker, while he was deployed in Afghanistan in 2013. Now because Kathryn's son was a person whom had his head screwed on, he had a payout, a sum of £450,000, and he also had a will that stated in his will the money would go to a specific person. Now he listed his mum, the most trusted person he could think of, as the executor of his will, in the event of his demise, to ensure that the money would be kept safe until Richard Walker's chosen beneficiary was old enough to receive that money. Again, this is just $50,000 under $500,000. But what happens when mum decides to spend the money instead? Now some people call it greed, other people call it a mistake. Now whatever label you want to use, the fact is Kathryn Walker made the choice to spend her dead son's money. She spent the money on frivolous items like a private reg plate, a caravan and horses, as well as paying off her own debts. To be fair to her, she also did pay for a friend's child's medication treatment. Now the deceit and the fraud only became apparent because statements that were supposed to go to the beneficiary's representatives stopped coming, so the third party began to make inquiries through Kathryn's solicitors, which they told her to kick rocks essentially. There was nothing they could do. Police were eventually called and of course they did investigate. Kathryn was taken in for questioning. When she was questioned, she pretended like she did not know what the money was spent on. However, she did say she did use some of the money for a memorial for her son, in which she spent £18,000. Now eventually, Kathryn broke down under pressure and began to explain she knew the money was not hers and she was sorry for her actions. Now of course, it went to court and Kathryn's defence was she missed her son so much that the money was ill-gained. She lost her son in all of this, remember. However, she still chose to spend the entirety of the money, and again, £450,000, she spent all of it. That means there was no money left for the person that Richard Walker wanted the money to go to. There was none left. All of it's gone. Now Kathryn pled guilty to fraud and was sentenced to 3 years and 4 months. Does the crime meet the sentence? Let me know. Stay safe. Safe.